that, guys. We missed 2 minutes, no problem. Nice. 16%, that's not bad.
This is the craziest thing I've ever.
The Great Canadian Super Sam.
Whew. Okay, let's go.
which Peter managed to sneak out of his dad's garage. We walked through the farm fields and made it to the house. Naturally, the first thing we did was try to open the front door, but it was locked. We looked around at a few of the windows, and one of them was smashed open. So we used this as our entrance. Surprisingly, the place seemed rather untouched for how long it had been rumored to be abandoned. It was just covered in dust and had a really strong smell. Not bad necessarily, but it did smell odd. I shone my flashlight to the top of the stairs. I couldn't see anything, but it seemed really eerie up there. And then I heard wood creaking. It kind of sounded like slow footsteps, but I wasn't certain. Peter then said, "We should check upstairs." I told him I'm not going. There's probably some maniac up there waiting to kill us. The next thing that happened was the phone rang. One of those really old phones made myself and Peter jump out of our skin. At that time, I didn't think about it, but I thought it was weird how someone was calling this house was abandoned. I picked it up, and I said in a nervous voice, "Hello." For a second there wasn't any response. And then a man spoke on the other end saying, "I'm not a maniac. Why don't you come upstairs and see for yourself?" At that point, loud, heavy footsteps ran across the upstairs room and toward the top of the stairs. Peter and I ran out the farmhouse as fast as we could. We ran out down to the farm. I glanced back to see if there was someone chasing us, but there wasn't. So I told Peter to slow down so we could catch our breath for a second. After taking a better look at the house, one of the upstairs lights was on, and there was a dark figure standing at the window, watching us. I didn't know what to think, and honestly, I was terrified. The light then turned out, and the both of us made our way back to my house. We managed to sneak back inside without making my parents wake up. Peter didn't say much. I think he was too creeped out as to what just happened. And to be honest, I didn't feel like talking.
Okay, let's go.
I was actually quite
Falling asleep? So not doing enough.
Follow us to my house. Thankfully, at least to what I know of, we weren't followed. From that night on, every time me and Peter walk to school, we look at that creepy farmhouse. We can't help but feel someone's looking back at us.
Right. Get sick. Get stuck.
When you don't order furniture from Wayfair, it's natural to wonder what if. Like, what if your friend Charles hates it?
I hate it.
With Wayfair, you don't have to wonder what if.
That Wayfair sofa is fresh. These chips, stale.
I died again. Fuck, I cannot even, I can't leave. I cannot leave. Fuck me, dude. Good.
For a little backstory, I'm trans. I try to present as male as best as I can, but it's still pretty obvious that I'm biologically female. I have short hair, my hair got gross, and I have a very unmistakably female face. I also live in a very religious area, so it's not a very common or accepted thing. One of our neighbors is a priest, but he's very accepting. His house is a bit like a second home for me.
Okay, good.
Grandparents, and he's used me as a grandson. Anyway, I was walking home from school during the winter a few years ago, and it had started snowing. Needless to say, it was pretty damn cold, and I was miserable. The wind felt like it ignored my clothes and chilled me right to the bone. It was hard to hurt because the breathing would make my muscles really stiff. I was only maybe a quarter of the way home when a car slowed down and pulled up next to me. It was just a little old lady. She looked like I was kind of get out of one hand after 3 miles in the cold. I got when she offered to give me a ride. It felt a hell of a lot better than I thought it would. She was very nice at first. She rattled on about how her grandchildren went to the same school as me, talked about how lucky we were to live in such a nice Christian.
And we're back. I look insane, bro. I possibly am. It's okay. It's okay, man. Good. Very good. Great. Nice. Good. It's still recording. Make sure that we don't turn anything off. Hell yeah. This is possibly the best time to go out. Possibly. The best time to go out. Most definitely. So you didn't stop. Frenchie didn't stop. We're at 9:26. Don't blink, it's your boy welcome to the show. Because doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this 5th of July 2026. It's technically the 4th of July 2026. And we're about to do another little intro, little morning show, I guess. So without further ado, let's continue. Look at this. We might have a little bit of a problem. Look at this. Insane, bro. Insane. The fact that everything is full is insane. Okay, good. Now I think and here we are with the sunrise of the 4th of the 5th of July, but we're considering the 4th because this is my evening. So without further ado, let's freaking go. Let's freaking show you. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Perfect. Oopsies. Perfect. Okay. So there we go. It's nuts because, like, of course I have space to put this. But the amount of space I have is so small. It's kind of un poco ridiculous. I wanted to watch Cadê Padre to learn Spanish a little bit. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys had a wonderful 4th of July. There's not really an intro, which is weird, but this is because this is like the second part of a video, which is a second intro. So if I was to do 3 intro, but I would talk about 3 times the intro, then after a week it would be 21 intro. It's a bit too much, right? So we had a wonderful evening though. We stopped making videos, I want to say it was 9:30, 9:40, and I went to the store, so I'm going to be able to show you what I bought. We also watched the entirety of Tugen Anki, the first season. Now, I'm talking about the entirety because there's no second season so far. So this is kind of nice. We spent the whole night building up one of the playthrough for the tower because I think it's important, I think it's meaningful, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So this morning I want to do a show. We have a couple of things to do this morning. We have a tower talk, we have just chilling, which is right now. We have a mukbang. I'm not very hungry, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat or not. Worst case, what I'll do is I'll leave it for the end of the day. So we'll do a shorter like live, and then I'll finish the day with a meal, right? We have what else? I feel like I'm forgetting something. No, we're good, and we're gonna be because I cannot stream today. Yeah, I cannot stream today because we're starting this new playthrough. So the mukbang at around like 10 or around like 12 is gonna be perfect. Now this does cause a little problem because I'm gonna be finishing all of them at like 10 o'clock. So the plan is to film until 8 or 7:30, and then you know what? The plan is to finish okay, I got an idea. The plan is to finish filming every single playthrough at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I'm gonna be watching a movie, trying to upload as much as possible from 8 to 10. At 10, I possibly will do a mukbang, and then we'll go to sleep. We'll go to sleep early today because last night I didn't sleep well. Now, of course, I had energy drinks. I had a lot. Speaking of it, I got so lucky. So because it's night, I used the a special door. It's not a special door, but it's the emergency exit, right? And the emergency exit, the great thing is, like, there's two doors that are completely locked. But if you if you leave those two doors unlocked or open, ajar, you can go to my apartment right away. So I went through there, and I don't know why, but I was like, dude, are my door open just in case? And I was like, because I never checked my door before, but something about today told me, like, check. And it was worth it. It was worth it to check. I got a brand new pillow, which is quite nice. And that is pretty much it, honestly. See, the door closed. We got a new pillow, and I didn't even finish the story. See, I'm a bit, I wouldn't say tired, but I'm a bit elated. I'm a bit, yeah, elated. See, this is fucked up. I opened this tablet today, and there's an update already. And it's already annoying. There's software ready to install. Why didn't you install it 4 hours ago? But hey, it's okay. It's okay, Mink. It's okay. Ooh, by the way, we're gonna do a tablet review. It'll be a very short one because we'll be check it out. But if I could do it short, it would be cool. And yes, I am super glad to talk about it. I'm super glad to be here with you guys. So the woodfall, which is closing the door, which is locking the door. Luckily, I had the door open. I had food for the night, but I was going to be having to wait I was going to have to wait from a shit ton of time. I was going to have to wait from like 9 to 8, which is 11 hours. Plus the playthrough would have stayed from 8 to like possibly 9. That would have passed the 12 hours, and I would have had to edit everything, which is boring. But all in all, we were okay. Now we came back. I'm gonna show you what I bought. Of course, it's junk food, right? I was hoping to start losing weight, but a new tablet told me no. And yes, we did some shopping, so I'm super excited for that. Possibly why we didn't eat. Why do I need to eat? Because my mom took time to make some food, and it's been a week already. And because it's been a week, I had fish. Bon matin.
Bon matin.
Ça va bien?
Oui, ça va bien.
Là, on est bien. Pas trop froid, pas trop chaud. Est-ce que vous parlez pour le balcon?
Balcon,
Oui, on dit qu'elle est venue pour réparer.
c'est le concierge a dit que c'est le frais de travaux est très cher, trop cher. Alors, quand frais de travaux moins cher, ils vont réparer. Mais impossible de baisser le prix, n'est-ce pas?
Dimanche, on va prier.
Non.
Je ne sais pas parce que je connais pas ça. Parce que je sais que tu m'avais...
Mais il n'y a pas tombé briques.
Ouais, au moins.
J'ai nettoyé ici. Après ça, il n'y a pas de briques.
Nouveau briques. Oui, je comprends.
Alors, ce n'est pas la peine de réparer.
C'est pour vous, moi, je pense. C'est pour que vous s'habillez bien, parce que l'hiver... L'hiver, oui. Après ça, ouf. Bonne journée.
Bonne journée.
Au revoir. Yeah, because so my mom took the time to cook me some food, so I wanted to be able to eat it. So we're talking. Her balcony is kind of fucked. I was like, do you know when you're gonna repair it? She's like, I don't know. She said it was too expensive, and she said that she cleaned it. She cleaned it, and then there's no new rocks that fell, which possibly means that the balcony is not that bad. But it's more for the winter. I worry about her, and it's more about the water coming in. So, for example, my window, there's cracks on the wall, and there's water inside. No, my apologies. There are cracks in the brick wall, which means there's water inside the wall. So yeah, she was telling me that it was too expensive. Yeah. I feel bad. She's so nice, dude. You know? Me, I'm lucky. So, okay, you want to tell you? Okay, I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you the truth. Okay, I'll tell you the truth. No problem. I just feel bad. Because it's not the neighbor 2 floor above or 2 floor below, or it's not the neighbor at the other side of the building. It's my direct neighbor. Like, it could be my balcony that's fucked up. You know? And I'm lucky because I got the biggest part of the balcony. It's not half. It's possibly 70% mine. So I do feel a bit bad for her, you know, because it could be me. Is that fair to say? Is that an asshole thing to say? I don't know. I have no clue. So yeah, that's pretty much it, to be honest. That's pretty much it. We had a good evening. Oh, this evening, yeah. This evening was fantastic. Did I finish the story about the food? Okay, so we ate. My mom made some food. I want to eat it because she took the time to make some food. But if you ask me between like even cooked meal and junk food, sadly I'm still gonna go for junk food, which is not great, but that's the truth. Tonight was just great though. I want to get a picture of this. So I came in tonight and I was like, I want to watch like a movie. So first of all, I wanted to watch the Underworld series. I thought it was 6 movies, but it's 5. So we're coming from a 6 or 5 times 130 is how much? 5, it's 7:30. I'd finish at 9. I would have finished at 4:30. It would have been perfect, right? We're moving on to 3:30. So first of all, I have to do this. I have to find a completely different movies. And I'm like, okay, well, it's a bit odd, right? But it would have been good. Then I was like, I feel like watching an anime. And then I was watching for animes. And then I just saw that Tugen Enki was free. And it was like 8 hours. And I made the math and I was like, dude, this is kind of perfect. Tugen Enki, we did watch it at 1.5 times the speed. And I finished it at, it was 4:36 a.m. This is the storage full. It's okay. I applaud you. It's okay because you're uploaded. Of course, we're filming a lot. This is weird. This is really weird because on one side, my phone keeps being full, right? And that sucks. But the other side, I keep uploading, so it's never really an issue. It's never really like, oh my god, what have we done, dude? Good morning to you too. How you doing? Good? Well, thank you for waking me up. Seagull. We have a lot of them in the machine because we're coastal. There's a lot of them when there's a McDonald's. Okay, a little joke. I could have done another joke with Happy 4th of July because it's today for July. But I didn't do that because it would be insensitive and I don't want to seem like I'm insensitive, so I won't do the joke that before July I talk about McDonald's, you know, because I would be rude as fuck. But yeah. So I would choose junk food. We're going to talk. I would choose junk food over home cooked meal. Now that I finish the subject, I'm a bit fatigued, to be honest, because these 2 last days, and it's weird because these 2 last days I have been sleeping a lot less. But like I mentioned yesterday, I woke up both times. So I did put an alarm clock, okay? Time for transparency. I did put an alarm clock for 7:26, but I wake up before that. I stay in bed and then the alarm starts ringing. It's like, okay, well, time to go. But I wake up before that. See, software update is ready to install. And now we're gonna be that for 7 hours. Non-stop. Software update ready to install. Frig off. It's gonna be annoying, but hey. It is the way I chose. It is so enclosed. The only problem with the tablet that I figured out was with Sword, the perfect thing was we're using the external disk, this SD card, and with the SD card, I was able to do what? I was able to oh shit! Already 14%. Gosh diddly darn it! Crazy. Yeah, so I was already up. I was using the SD card, so when I'm uploading, I went from the SD card and it doesn't take space. This one I'm gonna have to put, but I'm pretty sure I can put the SD card. So it's 256 and I can put a 2 TB inside. 2 TB. 2 TB. If I wait and put a 2 TB, what's gonna happen? If I wait and put a 2 TB, I'm gonna fill it up and I'm gonna be like, holy shit, I need to upload. That's me in general. We're good. We can upload more. This is my last one for a long ass time. I think I'm leaving next year. Like I'm leaving in April. I'll leave the week of my father's birthday. Like after my father's birthday. So May, juin, juillet, août. Oof. It's gonna be tough. Like I'd like to be there for my mom's birthday also. But if I'm waiting till August next year, it's gonna be too far. It's gonna be too far. Yeah. That's kind of shitty. Satirizing my father again. Shit. I thought it was perfect because April is beginning of spring. Because there is the north. It's very cold. I believe they have like, of course they have 4th season, but I believe the winters are really cold and the summers are better but not so great. So I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna leave as soon. So for example, when you do the 24 hours stream, a good way to do it is to I'm gonna get the battery pack before I forget. Yeah, justify me. All I ever wanted to believe. I was a man before I had a plan. Was a creature before I could stand. Will remember before I forget. Before I forget this. I was a creature before I could stand. Slipknot, anybody in the chat? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Bob. What was I supposed to do at TikTok Live this morning? Shit. Forgot. Shit. It was Sunday. People are sleeping. It was fireworks yesterday. And I was seeing a lot of people celebrate, the 4th of July. And, like, possibly just gonna sound a little bit, racist, but I feel odd. I felt odd that Canadian people were celebrating, 4th of July. I was like, dude, you're Canadian and I'm American. And then, it's not even that. It's, like, well, I guess it's for me though, because I celebrated the 24th, which is French, the 1st, which is Canada, and the 4th. So there's 3 parties, in like a 1 week and a half span. Because the June has 30 days. So you're doing 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 11 days tree party. It's a bit much, you know. But hey, as long as you're having fun, who's judging? But it just wasn't for me. I had a great idea for a playthrough. Merchant, once again, is sponsored by myself. So there's going to be video of myself playing the whole time. And I was playing Pokemon. I was like really enjoying myself. And that's gonna be a good subject for the mukbang too. Oh, you know what? Let's force yourself. That's not a good way to talk. That's not a good way to talk, Ink. We're gonna force yourself to eat. Can't be too bad. Because I've got a great subject for the mukbang. Great subject. What is it? Well, I was looking at the title. For my Pokemon Silver stream, and they were all so great. Like for example, there's a place called Violet Town, and I wrote as a title, F.U. Violet, which is the name of a lady. I'm moving on. Right? And then I wrote a talking oak for Professor Oak, Oak the tree, and it was an elm legal trouble because he gets a Pokemon stolen. And those are great title. And I was like, dude, you kind of mess it up. right? And then we have a water Pokemon. I said watering the Sprout Tower, which is great. Kind of fucked it up, right? This is so annoying because I'm definitely hearing the music, but like we're one away. Look at this power of the volume. It's loud, bro. Which is never a problem, but when you're living with people, it is. You want to be noise. You want to be noise. So yeah, I see the title, I'm like, ugh. And I need to put too much effort. And the title is, okay, I'm gonna be honest, never really done thumbnail. I've done thumbnail before for product, for food. Carly made some thumbnail. It was fantastic. I'm really grateful for that. But on my own, I never physically made a thumbnail. So, for example, my thumbnail was holding a bag of the product and just showing it to take a picture. That's not really doing a thumbnail. That's taking a picture and using a picture as a thumbnail. It's not editing and making a thumbnail, right? Which doesn't make any sense because it would be like Photoshop or AI. So I guess this is making a thumbnail. Is that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what actually it means to make a thumbnail, to create a thumbnail. I don't sure what it means. So I never did it. So with the stream, I never did one of them. Never, ever, ever did one of them. Never. But, well, technically speaking, I did the intro, which is like holding the game in my hand. Years. You have to realize I've been doing this for so long that I've done pretty much everything. And yeah, sometimes you just feel like you're so into it, you're so creative, you were so obsessed, you were so involved. And obsessed is kind of the same thing, but involved is positive, much more positive. So yeah, so I was like, dude, what changed? What changed? Well, you changed, bro. You changed. That's not positive. Beautiful music. The weather is just beautiful. The weather is just beautiful. So yeah, and I'm like, I feel bad about that. I feel bad I don't have the same passion anymore. But I feel like that's the same thing with every single job, I guess. This is why. Okay, yeah. I was like, this video is playing weird because that's 1.5 and the speed. That's not good. The speed fast. And yeah, so pretty happy about my night. I didn't even finish what I was talking about my night. It was just so nice, bro. It was just so nice. Picture it in the dark, 10 played through the tower. And personally speaking, the tower is 112% to blame for that. I became so used. Blockage panel, no. Record. 3 minutes. Ooh. Stream time up, never. So yeah, so I became so, and again, I became so used to making like automatized content and to making such not batch content, but such batch content. Like you guys understand that, like right now what we're doing is super simple. Every single playthrough has a name, and we're doing this day, part 1, part 2, as simple as that, right? But when I had only one playthrough, imagine I was doing like 10 to 12 videos per day about that. Imagine if I came up to 20 to 12 title per day, That's insane. That is insane. Creativity was beat. I traded creativity for production. I traded production for mass production, and I traded quality for quantity, right? And I'm happy about what I've done. Because I always say this, I can't guarantee quality, I can guarantee quantity. But again, I'm going to repeat myself, but yesterday, I was looking at, I don't know what, I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I ever did that. This was a dumb thing to do. But I looked up what is considered. I'm not used to wearing a hat. This is why I'm constantly playing with it. I'm not used to. I'm used to playing with a hat. What is the time that I had short hair? Right? I'm not had short hair. And when you have short hair, you're like, okay, well, I have a hat, but this feels weird because it's directly on my head versus my hair's on my head. Would that make any sense? But I understand myself. It's just like wearing a shirt. Just like wearing a shirt. Like, I'm not used to that. Which is weird because I'm always wearing a shirt, but hey. So yeah, then you have the I traded quantity. I always say that I cannot trade quantity for quality. What I was saying, then yesterday I checked what is a prolific content creator, and then I was nowhere near prolific enough. I was like, oof. You know? But then at the same time, the amount of people they give, like I asked to give an example. I asked like something along the lines of who is considered very prolific as a content creator. And then they gave me name. And they gave me like the top 3, right? But then there's a divvy. So a divvy is like a difference, right? What if the top 3 is the top 0.001%, right? Because there is a billion content creator. I was watching TikTok drama yesterday, and I do find myself to be old. I got some really good things to talk about today. However, I need a glass of water. See, nights like last nights, I didn't even notice it was the airplane line. Nights like last nights, I should do those at least like once a week. Maybe once a week. Maybe once a week or twice a month. I have to do this. No, I have to. There's no I have to do anything. I should. Because, first of all, it was so relaxing. It was just so pleasant. I burned myself out creatively completely, dude. Think about the amount of content I did. Think about the... Holy shit, look at this. Look at this beauty. Hello, little guy. Little girl, I don't know. Yeah, that's a dude. That's a dude right there. You see that swagger? You see that gangster limp? You see that gangster limp? And I'm saying that Ant, and he's telling me, do not test my gangster, bro. Okay, Mr. Ant, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna close the door. Cause ain't no way I'm letting a big gangster like that in the house. Sorry, Bob. Criminal record tell you no. Criminal record tells you get out of here. Do I believe in rehabilitation? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm not seeing an effort to correct that gangster lip. I'm not seeing an effort to take out those gang tattoos. What's that, huh? The Aryan Brotherhood? Oh, Mr. Ant. Mr. Ant. Aryan Brotherhood. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit of a ant humor. You know what? I can guarantee you. Was that funny? Possibly not. Was that creative? Possibly not. I went a little bit with the American Story X that I talked about yesterday. Was I talk about it yesterday or after? Before yesterday? After yesterday. It's a great word, ink. Did I talk about it after yesterday? Which means today. Or the day before. I don't know. By the way, look how relaxed we are. Just look at how calm we are. How recharged we are. How refueled we are. This feels great. This feels fantastic. This feels fantastic. I was gonna say, I can't guarantee being funny. I can't guarantee being original. However, I can guarantee you that you haven't heard the end joke in a week. And if I'm lucky, you haven't heard the end joke in a month. And then, if I was to guess what you're thinking, you're possibly thinking something along the lines of, when was the last joke that I had of ants on this channel? You can get ant joke on a weekly basis. Broken promises over here. Bros and girls. I say boys, but then I was like, no, you have to be inclusive to ladies. So I thought boys was too inclusive. I said bros. Yeah. Very relaxed. You're very creative. Yeah, I can say. After 5 years, definitely burnt out the creativity. Like, and again, I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying that a lot of the top content creators that you watch, they have a whole team behind them. They have a whole team that gives them ID. They follow trends. They don't come up with content. Reactionary videos. Like, I used to watch Papa Gods a lot. And then I think he's a good guy. I think he has some good thoughts. I think he has some good opinions. But I started despising the guy. Why? Because I was like, he's so dumb. But I started despising the guy because what he was doing is he was putting himself and the thumbnail. And what he was doing, for example, there was I did the video that I start. This is insane, guys. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Okay, you don't even understand. I'm gonna show you exactly. Okay. You're not gonna believe this shit. We're gonna go in YouTube Studio. We're gonna go in Switch account. Switch my account. We're gonna go in. We're gonna go in Vendetta. We're gonna go in DMC. No. It's not in Vendetta. What I'm going to say, is that important? No. Is that meaningful? To me it is. Okay, DMC. I'm dumb. I wrote DMC's Devil. Yeah. So it was 2022. It was 3 years ago. 3 years ago. I watched a video, and I remember exactly. It was a video with Repsion, and it was a video with Onision. It was a battle drama between Onision and Repsion, and I'm sold because in that context, I do think Repsion is right. Do I think Repsion is the man? No. Do I think that Repsion is the king, the myth, the mission? No. Do I think that he's a good content creator? Absolutely. It's just not, in my book, he's not like super role model, right? And then Papa Guts was reacting to it. And then he did it in 2 parts for the views, of course. And the first part was, he was talking shit about Repsion. And I'm like, dude, I don't think Repsion is the best guy out there. I think he's the best content creator out there. But it ain't no way you think he's better than Onision. Are you kidding me? There's no way, right? And then I started not being mad at him, but it was one of the first videos I thought that he had some L takes. And then I started realizing this thumbnail. So check the channel, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna watch content that's gonna make me mad. And I realized he starts putting himself as in a thumbnail. The way he puts himself, for example, with the Onision and Repsion, did you know when I looked? Because I was playing Devil May Cry Reboot, I was playing Virtual Downfall. That's why I know. And with that, he put himself in one corner, he put Onision in the middle, and he put Repsion in the other corner. And in the thumbnail, you think it's a conversation between the 3 of them. They don't know him. They don't even acknowledge him, you know. He's not part of the discussion. So you're clickbaiting the people for thinking that, hey, he was involved, right? But you're not. So it's like, okay, this guy is full of himself. Okay, he has some L takes. Okay, this is a guy that I don't really like anymore. And then it's a shame because a lot of the opinion that he had was, I thought it was what W take. I thought a lot of what he had was really clever ideas. But then, like I'm saying, it's hard to be like, when you do reaction, it's really hard to be like, not necessarily creative, but when you do reaction content, I'm trying not to be offensive. Because I know that there's a lot of people that do reaction that are super talented. But when you do reaction, you react to, well, first of all, you react to things that are current. For example, not even joking. I saw at least 30 freaking people react to the GTA 6 trailer. And I wanted to do it too. Because I'm like, you know what, it could be a cool video. Because this is kind of like a big news. It's such a meme before GTA 6. And I wanted to avoid it. And tonight, I saw the ads. And, you know, I'm not going to run away and be like, oh no, my virgin eyes. Stare at my virgin eyes. I wasn't gonna do that, of course. I think 5:30 it's good. We went a bit too late though. I got like a 30 minutes of video. The sunrise. The sun is risen now, so it's a bit too late. And I saw the ads. Look at the birds. Super cool. I could have gotten that in nature corn, but no. No, we didn't get it. It was a flock of birds, bro. We could have gotten it in nature corn. We didn't. What a shame. And I saw the ads. That is like, there's no footage of the gameplay. There's no story. There's no trailer. It's just a date. And you're like, how did people react? 30 people react to the same thing. When you do reaction content, you have to react to things that are current, things that are popular, trending. So you're stuck. You know, that's hard to be creative. So one of the people that I really like in the reaction community is Happy Cruel World. I actually really like her. I think she has some W take. I think she's fantastic. I really, really like her. She did a video. I don't remember who it was. What was it? Oh yes, it was Calibhammer. Yeah. I thought it was a fantastic video. I really did. And do I agree with everything that she says? No. She did a video on what was it? I think it was like Gabiana, where she was kind of allowing her to have not necessarily the worst behavior, but she was excusing a lot of behavior by the mental health, which I think is a possibility. I think it's, it has something to do with it. But then, like, for example, I'm gonna take two examples, okay? It has to be very, like, very strict, very to the point. It has to be very hardcore. You take Gabby Hanna, which is the first example, and you take Britney Spears, right? So I'm gonna do something that's an asshole thing to do, and I'm sorry to Britney Spears. She won't watch this, but I'm sorry. You guys all remember the video of her, the pictures of her with completely shaven hair. Dude, you fucking chased her. You chased her to the point of insanity. And when she shaved her hair, you publicly humiliated her. She didn't choose to be followed. She didn't choose to be taking photos. She didn't choose to be like I just said, right? Guyana had mental distress, mental problem due to depression, psychosis, whatever she has going on. And you filmed it and you choose to put it. You understand? So you made the conscious choice versus you're forced to. You're forced to is not in your, for example, when I was a kid, that was crazy. I remember, I can't believe I'm gonna tell this story. There was this kid, William. William was I don't know if I would call him a troublemaker. I think he was just like a little bit, I don't know. Like a little bit of manners. Let's put it like that, right? Yeah, he was lacking a little bit of manners. And I was bored in class. At that time I was like possibly like, I don't remember, I thought I was like maybe 8 years old. And I knew I was bored in class. And I had this great idea. I'm gonna take every time that William does something that is not cool, William does something that is not okay, I'm gonna laugh. And the goal with laughing, at that age I understood, was to encourage him, motivate him to go like a step above or to continue. I was bored. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna get entertainment first of all, and I'm not getting in trouble because I don't do the things that he did. But I got in trouble because the teacher was like, you're laughing. You're telling him to do it. Of course, he didn't call my parents and say, hey, your kid is laughing at another kid's joke on purpose, because my parents were like, what the fuck are you talking about? But, and I knew what I was doing, and I willingly laughed. It's not like I like, oh, that's funny. It's like, no, ha ha ha. So I was guilty because I willingly, versus, hey, I just caught. So for example, also there's possibly sometimes somebody make a comment that made you laugh, and you're like, why did I laugh at that? Or it was so out of the blue, it's like, holy shit, dude, and then you laugh. I mean, like, that's not okay. That's not okay. For example, I was watching this TikTok live, and there's this guy, and this is crazy. This I regret. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I regret this. So just this guy that's okay. It's a long story, but basically, the dude, he's a piece of shit. Okay. Why is he a piece of shit? Okay, that's complex because there's a whole story there. I'm not gonna tell you the whole story, obviously, but basically a lot of self victimization, a lot of manipulation, a lot of playing victim, a lot of guilt baiting, a lot of pity baiting. So it'll tell you something and it'll be like, dog, why are everybody is on my police? And it'll say things that are disgusting. It'll say, hey, I need some financial help. I'm really in trouble. Hey, there's people still with a heart here, please help. And it makes you feel bad because it makes you feel like if you have a heart, you have to help them, because if he said that if people are still having a heart, please show me. And like, you piece of shit. You're manipulative, right? You're manipulative. And I fucking hate that. And he did it multiple times. And I have to say the first time it made me laugh. He was getting a lot of hate because people are sick of him. Is it because of that I don't like him? Manipulative, yes, but there's more than one reason. The guy constantly said he's gonna change. I'm not gonna say the name of the guy because that's not important, but he constantly is gonna change, but he doesn't change. Constantly say, hey, I'm a good person. No, you're an asshole, dude. You say, hey, I'm trying to change. What is the last time that you made an effort to change? You're not trying to change. You're not trying to change. Is my life could be better? Absolutely. Am I making an effort to change it? No. Am I complaining my life is shitty? No. Because if I made an effort, it didn't work. Okay, I can complain, but I don't. So, you see, I'm getting worked up. So then, you did it a couple of times. The first time I made laugh. I'm just gonna check the temperature. Okay, you're cool. You're good. Good, the sun. And he said, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna buy a rope. If you agree with this in the chat, put a smiley face. And if you don't agree with that, put a crying face. Like, okay, well, I said to myself, I don't like you, but I don't want you to unalive yourself, right? So I'm like, okay, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a crying face, right? Then it's a quick pause, so 60 seconds, and then there was, I remember it being 70, but I don't remember which number exactly. 70 people that says no, don't do it, and 6 people that said yes, do it. And he said, it's crazy how there's 6 of you that want me to do it. And I'm like, you piece of shit. There's 70 plus people that won't want you to do it. You don't even care about that. You care about 6 people, And then he said this mod, whoever put a negative face, you ban them. Like, you ask them a question and then you ban. So very, very manipulative, right? Very bad. I remember when I was talking about that. I don't remember what I was talking about it. But yeah, so in his case, it's constant. It's not trying to improve. So you deserve to be exposed because you have to make a mistake. Like, for example, me with Janice. Was I a good friend? No. Deserve to be exposed? No. Me with Cappy. Cappy was a really good friend. Gabby was a really good friend. She was super cool. She was super supportive. I loved her. Not as a lover, but as a friend. She was super cool. I actually really enjoyed talking to her. We talked for so long. And then Gabby was a viewer. Then she wanted to make content. So she started wanting to make content. And I had her back. I was like, dude, if you want to do it, do it. If you want to do it, do it. If you want to do it, do it, right? And I don't know if I convinced her, but she how can I put this? She kind of left her job for that. So that put her a lot of pressure. So she was very motivated. And in my book, it was kind of wrong because, like, you're not motivated because you want to work. You're motivated because you just lost your job, or you kind of lost your job. And because you kind of lost your job, you're in a position where you're like, okay, well, I got to take care of this shit right now, So in my book, it was kind of not surely the best, right? And she was really motivated. So we started making content together, and it was really fun. And just started chilling together, and it was, again, really fun. And then what ended up happening was I started getting trolled a lot because at the time I started doing TikTok live, and I blew up. Between her losing her job and this, it was kind of, how can I put this? Between her losing her job and me making a live on TikTok. I'm sorry, I'm not a good storyteller, but I'm gonna make it simple, right? I had time to start making content on TikTok and really blew up on TikTok. And she was still looking to make content, right? So I started blowing up. And then she started telling me like, hey, I'm gonna start doing live on TikTok. Because it's really working for you, and I want it to work for me. And I became not really jealous, but I was like, dude, that's my thing, fuck off. But it was wrong, dude. She was supportive, and I should have been more supportive of her, right? And so she started doing live on TikTok, and she started being on TikTok, and she started posting, and she got a lot of success, right? And then with my success, because I had like 8,000 something followers, I started getting a lot of trolls, right? And a dude that was constantly, and that guy destroyed me emotionally. I was like, dude, this is a lot. You're coming into every single videos and you're commenting and you're a dick. First of all, you're a dick. Second of all, I don't acknowledge. Oh, no storage. Fuck. Oh no. Is that 19? It is. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, U, and your mom, and your sister, and your drum. Day 275, Shield, Part 4. I know there's a lot of part, guys, but I don't have a choice. In your broke ass car, you can all fuck off. Fuck you and your friend that I'll never meet again. I guess it's gonna be another one of those multi-part videos because I didn't have enough storage. So fuck me, right? Like I was saying, this is part 2, by the way. Not part 3, not part 4. So you'll see it in the title, but still, just in case you were wondering. So what happened was, I was getting this guy that was really bothering me. And when I started not acknowledging him, I had people in my comments defending me. And then he would attack them. So when I didn't protect myself, I seemed weak, but I was just trying not to show him attention. But then when he started attacking people, I was like, what am I supposed to do? Because I'm checkmated. I have to protect the people that I care about. The heck? Okay, good. Did I scratch your phone? No, it was just an unknown thing. I was checkmated. Completely checkmated. And it was bad. And then I had Cappy. And she was trying to be a good friend. She's like, come on, stream with me, dude. Stream with me. It's gonna make you feel good. Stream with me. And then I started despising her because she was like, hey, she wouldn't even say, hey, how are you? She would say things like, hey, let's stream some Fortnite. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? You don't know how I feel. So I made some fake accounts and I started trolling her. The principal goal was not to hurt her. The principal goal was not to be a dick. The principal goal was to tell her, like, hey, maybe I should leave Ink alone because this is how it feels like. You know, so. Yeah. Then I regret. I was hurt. I hurt people, you know? So, there's a whole story up there. Would I do it again? No. Could I be canceled for it? Absolutely. I'm an asshole. Did I regret? Absolutely. Was the right way to do it? But you see, I'm thinking about it back then. And I was like, you know, she was still, she was a W friend, right? She was a good friend, right? And she was super supportive, and I really appreciate for it, right? But then I kind of felt that because I don't know. I kind of felt that because she was needing a job where she was a bit more, not just desperate, but a bit more, okay, motivated. for it to work, I felt like I was kind of the way, and at the time I had a lot of people use me for views. For example, there was this guy. He was saying like, "Hey, you want a thumbnail?" I'm like, "Sure." I took his thumbnail. I put it because it was a free thumbnail, and then he took a video of my account with a thumbnail, and then that guy was an asshole, but he was young, so that's not his fault. And then he would constantly tell people in the live like, "Hey, don't forget to follow his mods." He would say things like, "Don't forget to follow Ink, and don't forget his mods." But he was the only mod that would show up. So I'm like, "You know what you're doing." And then what he did was, he was very intense, very intense. So he would do things along the lines of, which was kind of fucked up. He got pissed at people because he did buy Among Us VR. All of this is true story. It was like 2 years ago, but I still remember. He bought Among Us VR, and he was like, "Hey, I spent money on that shit, and you're not supportive. You're not liking my videos. I feel like a dumbass, and I feel like I paid money, and you guys should support." And like, nobody forced you to pay money, bro. And then he did a video, and he did and again, it's because he's young. It's not a bad guy. It's just because he was immature, you know. And that's okay. You get to be young once, right? I don't know how old he was. I don't know. He wanted to be a mod. I said, okay, no problem. I'm a nice guy. So then he did a video where he took screenshot of multiple people with a lot of followers, right? Multiple people, and he showed them on the followers. Back then I was like at 6,000, and he showed them on the followers, and he blurred the name. And he's like, why can I not be popular like them? He said, look at how popular they are, and look at how unpopular I am. And the kid, again, not the smartest thing to do, because you didn't take away the bio. And I know what my bio is, so I recognize the fact that I was there. And yeah, and then I didn't talk about it, but there's a lot of people like trying to use me for views. Like, that's the craziest thing. Another craziest thing. On TikTok, there was a time where I was getting like 15, 20 people in my life. But then you realize that all 15 or 20 of these people were people trying to get follows. So when people start leaving, other people left. Then when I had 0 people, there was nobody, you know? And I'm constantly getting message of, like, "Hey dude, it's been a while," or "Hey bro, how are you? We haven't talked in months. We haven't talked in more years. We haven't talked, man. What's going on?" And I'm like, "We haven't talked because you haven't reached out." And in a lot of cases, it's not like real friend. But then this is so complex because this is parasocial. Because I can think of you as not a real friend, you can think of me as a friend. So I don't know. I actually don't know. So it's tough to I'm gonna move slowly. Say hi. Oh, he's shy. She's shy. So it's hard. Oh. Check this. Again, so sorry guys. So sorry, there's gonna be multiple parts. And it pisses me off because I have to do like 10 videos per day. Okay, I have to upload. This is gonna be a problem. But I think what I'm gonna do after, like I said, I think I'm gonna finish this. I think I'm gonna take like a small break, I'm gonna watch. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'll take a break and I'll watch Underworld, and we'll upload videos. yeah, we'll do this. Then we'll take some. I should have done the water before. I don't know why I didn't do it before. I'm a dumbass, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna finish this. I'm gonna do a Underworld. We'll be watching, and I'm gonna be uploading as much as possible and trying to get everything under order, I guess. And then we'll do an hour and a half of just mukbang or just videos. There's no stream today, so that could be cool. Right now it's what? It's 6:20:30. I'm gonna finish at like 7:15. An hour and a half. There you go. That's pretty freaking good, guys. Yeah, so a lot of shit happened to me, and I'm not playing victim. I'm understanding that it happened to a lot of people. You know, it's part of the game. Oh shit! I got texts. Why did I not do this before I filmed? Why? What is that? Ugh. It's a freaking ad. It's a freaking ad. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So, I usually have 4 hours off. I think what I'm gonna do is finish this. Because technically this is still an intro. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna do my tower talk. I'm gonna do tower talk. I'm gonna do a review of the. I have a small. Okay, you know what? That's actually pretty good. We got tower talk. We got a review of Tugen Anki. We got review of the tablets. I got mukbang. I'm gonna do mukbang after because mukbang I'm gonna take my time. I wanna take my time for that. Definitely I have to do a tower talk. But apart from that, we're good. Apart from that, we're super good actually. Super good. Like, yes, today was a great day. It was awful though because lately I've been working a lot more, so the phones are constant. Why haven't I been working a lot more? Super easy. So usually what I do, or what I used to do, right? And I'm gonna finish with the going through hard times, but I'm trying to talk about this right now. Okay, let's finish before and then I will, yeah. So before, what I used to wake up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, in the afternoon. So I had like 4 or 5 hours to just upload and just edit and just do whatever I needed. And now I'll be completely honest, I don't have to edit anymore. So it takes me a lot less time, but I don't take the time to relax. I don't take the time to enjoy myself. So for example, today I woke up at 7:30, and yes, what I did was nothing. What I did was stream, fucking play the tower. We just did a bunch of things that was not super important, you know. So yeah, of course. There's definitely like a feeling of ease, right? But it's the amount of time that you do. So I'm gonna put this. It's a law of equivalence, right? Or like let's pretend like it's alchemy. Let's make it fun. There's law of equivalence, right? I can work for 12 hours, but if I need 3 hours of my day to set up and do my editing, do my uploading, then I have to take it. And then, even then, we've been working more, we've been taking a less break, we've been sleeping less. So ultimately speaking, if usually you do a, oh, I forgot to do that. My shit. It's okay. You know I can make it true. Bam, bam, bam. So, yeah, ultimately, I woke up at 2, I was not in a rush, so I'm like, okay, well, don't have to wake up right now. I have the whole day to do what I want, right? And that was problematic. You see, I cannot see any screen because it's way too bright. That's not good. Right now, it's even 6:30, so we've been out here for like an hour already. So I have time, and I can just take my time. Now I don't. 3 days ago, I started to wake up at 7, and don't get me wrong, like this morning is perfect. This morning, you see, I'm energetic, I got energy. Not only did I see the sunset, but I got to chill the night. It was cool, it was nice, it was cold. well, not cold but fresh, right? Oh, I forgot. I was making a video, right? It's the Sharpie haul. That's what I forgot. I knew I forgot something. But I'm gonna finish, and I'm not gonna be done because right now we're gonna just chill. So what I'm gonna do now is, like I said, I'm gonna do a little stream. I'm gonna take a break, and we're gonna be doing two things: shower, and watch and play Overgeared Hero. 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Watch some shows. We're gonna be watching a movie, which is an hour and a half. That gives me like 2 hours, 15. Because when you think about it, I'm not going to bed before 12:30, 1 o'clock. That's in 6 hours, dude. And look at this. That's in 6 hours. And we've been filming for 10 hours and 30. So not only are we relaxing less, but we're filming more. So in the law of equivalence, before, we kind of found a weird but more so balance. And I gotta admit, I gotta be honest with you guys. Yes, before there was definitely a little bit of there was a little bit of overdose of chilling around and not doing anything important. I admit it, okay? My bad. But I have to be honest. Right now, that's not the case. Right now, it's the other way around. See? Dude, oh shit. I was locked before. I was locked. I'm not gonna be able to do stuff, guys. I have to come in soon because right now they're telling me like the phone is getting too hot. I'm gonna have to come inside. It's okay. It's okay, man. You see, yesterday we did an hour 40 of videos, which means that this morning I feel like I need to do more, right? Last night I had nothing to say. This morning I have too much to say, right? So yes, this is harder. And I was talking about like what I was going through, you know, what I went through as a content creator. And I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the first one and the last one. I know. Trust me, I know. I understand. But what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to establish here is that it ain't bless you. It ain't easy for a pimp. Am I a pimp? No, but I am a prolific, improvised, mother-freaking perfectionist. Did that make sense? No? Okay, cool. I tried. So I'm not complaining, but I've been through some shit. So I feel like it's normal that my creativity has went down, and I feel like it's normal that, you know, I've been going through stuff, and I feel like I'm less motivated, and I feel like, you know, it's a bit harder for me, but I just see the content I used to do, the title I used to come up with, and I'm like, dude, that was one creative dude. I want to get back there. I don't know how, I don't know when, but which one speaking, I want to get back there. It's gonna be important. It's gonna be important. But the first thing first is I have to find a perfect balance between work. Because like days like today, I am fantastic. I am in a rare form. I am outstandingly doing good. But there's a price. What is the price, you ask? Super simple. The price is that I don't have a stopping point. I'm either working too much or I'm not working enough. I find the right balance, a healthy balance that is maintainable. I was talking with Carly, was it yesterday or the day before? The day before. And she always has good advice, and she's always so like understanding, you know. And she was telling me like stuff like I don't remember what I was gonna say. I'm just remembering that I miss her. She was telling me, she was always have good advice, and you know, she was telling me like what's been going on, because she know they didn't call it because something was going on. So I told her, I said, it's normal that you went nuts, you know. And she was talking to me about ways to get balance to do something that I want to do. And I wanted to stream. So she was trying to figure out what time to stream because she wasn't trying to force you to stream. She was trying to let you like it. They know that you need it. So let's figure out a time for you to stream, you know? She was being helpful. She was being the tender, sweet, loving girl that she always was. And always has been. So yeah, so it's a bit tougher. And there was something else. Fuck, dude. Hyperactivity, ADHD. It got back to me. It has things to do with balance, with healthy balance. I don't remember. Fuck. Right now I'm sweating. I'm gonna stop it in a couple minutes. You know, without the sleep is crazy. No, I feel bad now. Because it was possibly really good advice too. Shit. I'm sweating like a pig. Fuck me. Fuck me, rah. See, I guess it sucks, bro. I guess it sucks. Like, last night was perfect. Because I got to do what I want, but then I'm here. And even then, you have to understand, like, for example, usually I would do 12 hours. Why? Because I just think it's perfect. It's a perfect number. You're doing 12 hours, you got 4 hours to rest. You're still working more than most people, but you still have time to rest, right? But then, if you look at it, I've been filming for 10 hours 42, which means that I would have to do a mukbang and all of the other videos. All of the others videos. Sorry. Before. I can't think. I had to do all of this video before 12 o'clock, or 12 hours, which doesn't make any sense. So now, I'm clearly making a fool of myself, which is okay. It happens often. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to stop all of this. I'm going to be uploading, possibly watching Overworld, or Underworld first. Then I'm going to take a shower and just play Overgeared Hero. Or I could do the opposite and make sure that's discharge. Because in a perfect world, I'm coming back out. Coming outside. This is sunrise. There's no... Yeah, this is sun. You guys realize that we have like a... Holy shit, we have a tough weather. So, the plan, relax. Then we come back. Possibly gonna do a mukbang. Again, I'm gonna put down what I have to do because I'm gonna forget. So it's gonna be super simple. It is what? It is text. It is text. It is mukbang, shopping, Tengen. It is Tengen. It is the tower. It is tablets. Yeah, forget about oh yeah, I remember what we talked about also. Forget about what should we call it? Can't think. I don't know. Sorry guys. What is going on, dude? What the fuck? That's boring. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Boom. And that's gonna be it for us. What we're gonna do is gonna take a small break. We're gonna be watching movies. We're gonna be uploading. So there you go. Because the phones are overheating. This is not good for the batteries. Not good for the phone. So we're gonna take a small break and enjoy ourselves. Geschlack. This is why I need to take more breaks. Because then I get unfocused. Okay. Nice. Nice. Oh shit.